Hey guys, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. I wasn't going to film today, but then I felt like it was sunny out and I don't have fancy lighting. We don't do fancy lighting here. I think maybe we should invest in that. But it was just like such a nice sunny day in Seattle, I thought, do it. Even though I think it makes me look like orange pink. That's not my natural color. So on today's Jordan Samuel Skin Talks, I don't usually do this, but maybe I will. It's a question, but it's something that could be elaborated on and will lead me into other things. But it's a really good question. And it was how to introduce a skincare routine to fairly treatment naive skin. So essentially, I'm gonna say maybe your husbands want to get in on a skincare routine and they see you doing your routine and getting great results and they use soap in the shower or their shower gel on their face. And then all of a sudden they want to start using acids and retinols and SPF and serums and you get it. Now the problem with that is, I shouldn't say it's not a problem, but it's a lot at once. And especially if you are going to go the route of, it's one thing if you do a lot of products and they happen to be like my hydrate serum, my facial oils, things that are like nice and gentle and hydrating and moisturizing and full of antioxidants, but not high percentage actives in terms of like glycolic acid or retinol or vitamin C. You get the picture. So with that, it's going to depend on their age, their skin type, and what they're currently doing. But the best thing to do, and it goes back to the basics video now, which is cleansing, exfoliation, and SPF. Like, I just feel like we should start there. So if people really are truly not doing anything, you should get them on a good cleanser. And that can be any non-foaming gel cleanser, milk cleanser, I feel like I would stay there. I wouldn't really go the oil or balm route yet for them. Just because if they're not, it's just a lot of things at once. I get the skincare side of me gets excited. I'm like, oh yeah, no, but then they need to try this and this and this. But we need to not do that. And that's the point of this video. So they need to get on a non-foaming gel or milk cleanser. I feel like that would be best, and you can find one for every skin type. Unscented, ideally. There's some essential oils that are going to be great in some of those cleansers, so also ideal. And the nice thing is you might be able to slip in like a salicylic or a lactic or glycolic acid in a really low percentage in one of those cleansers, and it's going to be nice because it's going to lightly exfoliate, but it's not going to be a leave-on product, so it's not going to give them that, aggressive is not the right word, but that intense exfoliation that we will eventually hopefully bump them up to, but it's just a great way to start. And if they don't have an acid in one of those cleansers, that's fine too. It's just going to be a great place to start to get them on really true, great cleansing system and cleansing methods. So there, A, start there. B, I would go into an exfoliant. So this could be, actually where I would start, and I can't speak to one of these products because I know the formulation changed, but the first thing that comes to mind for me, and it might be sensitizing on some people because of the extracts and the essential oils, but is Aveda's exfoliant. It's the green, it's their old school classic green bottle exfoliant. I believe it's like a 0.5% salicylic acid. So it does really light exfoliation. It's not going to necessarily treat acne, but it's just great because they can literally use it as a toner once a day at night, and because it is just a 0.5% salicylic acid, they're not going to have, it's not going to be like a crazy acetone where they should work into it 2 to 3 days. So it'll be very easy for them to sort of stay on that, and they will see results with that too. So that's the first one that comes to mind. I know Clinique had like a zero gentle, whatever their toner one was, and it was an alcohol-free one that had also a 0.5% salicylic. Then I feel like they changed the formula, but then I feel like it's also possible that they changed the formula back. So let's check on that together. Please, if somebody knows, tell me down below. But that's that. So then you have sort of a cleansing exfoliation and a really light exfoliation. And it would be fine if they had it in the cleanser and in the toner too, because both of those toners are super gentle and you can use daily. Don't be going, and I also wouldn't have them go to the P50 route or something like that right away, because A, it's expensive, B, it's intense, and if they haven't used anything like that, or like she said, naive, skin that's naive to treatment, which is, it's true, it can be a lot all of a sudden, all at once. And then a really good SPF, chemical, physical, doesn't really matter, just one that they're gonna like and they're gonna wear. Because then with that, they've sort of tackled, they're protecting their skin from the sun, from loss of volume, from pigmentation, from heat and redness, etc. And then they're gonna be having a great cleanser to remove it and cleanse their skin, which is the like core building blocks of great skin. And then they'll have a really nice exfoliant to remove the dead skin, create a really smooth surface, lightly help stimulating those fibroblast cells. But I would start there. So that's sort of step one, get that in check. And maybe they don't need to be doing the SPF at night, obviously. So there is sort of a missing step with a treatment serum or a really light moisturizer in the evening. But baby steps. That is a great place to start, because their skin is then at least cleansed, exfoliate, and protected from the sun. Do we hear the alarms? I hope everybody's okay. I don't know, I'm acting like in the city you hear them like 7 times a day. An hour a day, so then from there, and you really can look at this like your own skin with quote-unquote band-aid products, things that you might need for treatment at a certain time, but then you might not need after a certain period if it gets fixed. As I'm seeing the sun go down in the filming right now, and I'm seeing myself get darker, so do I need to like move over here? This is why we need the lights. Please enjoy the sun going down in Seattle video. So now I would move on to the Band-Aid products. So if, say, they've wanted to go into more treatment or more advanced skincare because they have pigmentation or something, let's look for vitamin C, let's look for an alpha-arbutin. But before I go there, the first part, the basics, let's have them on that for like a good 3-4 weeks. Just really get adjusted to a good basic routine. Then we can start peppering in the other stuff. But again, do it really, it's gonna take a while. It's basically, the best way to do it is it's gonna take a while. And you start peppering in things little by little, whether it's a retinol, whether it's a vitamin C. Again, back to pigmentation, talking about, you know, whether then they have a vitamin C serum during the day and a retinol at night. Or something with like alpha-arbutin and vitamin C during the day and then the retinol at night. You are going to want to keep on those, well, first of all, I would do one at a time. And the reason I'm saying to do all of this like one at a time is I'm pretty sure, raise of hands, who has gotten excited and used so many products all at once and then had a reaction and couldn't figure out what the reaction was from and then had to like cut back and then eventually figured it out. And then you're usually like, oh, it was the product that I never thought would be giving me the reaction, the one that gave me the reaction. It's always that way. I trust. This is all me. I'm commenting on myself. So you don't want that, because especially if, as I'm talking about this, I'm talking about like if you're trying to get your husband on a regimen and it might be a little bit hard to like coax them in. So you want to not have them have a reaction, but then they'll just be like, see, my skin was fine before. But this could go for anybody. So when you start doing those actives, you want to do it one at a time. So get the base down a few weeks. Add in the next thing. Let's say it's going to be a vitamin C serum for the day. Few weeks. Now it's time to step up into retinol. Great. And then keep on that for a while. Skin really does love consistency, and your skin can change, and obviously with seasons your skin can change, but having that consistent approach for a good amount of time is going to have, their skin will like understand the products, understand what it's doing, they'll see active changes, they'll be excited about treating their skin more often and correctly and using the correct products. Now it's getting very dark. Can you still see me? I thought this was such a good idea. Well, we could just open the blinds in the back. I don't think that did anything. This is why we need fancy lights. Can you hear me since you can't see me? So I would do that. But that, first and foremost, it is that. Set the stage, no pun intended, for a really great building blocks. Cleanse, exfoliate, SPF. That really is the heart of healthy skin, and the basics to healthy skin. And find 3 of those products that they're really gonna use and really gonna love, because those are the building blocks. And if you can hit it out of the park with those, and an SPF that they really like wearing, and an exfoliant that they can deal with, if not every night, a few times a week, and then a really good cleanser that they almost crave using, that's like, you got it. You got like skin health there. Then you can start adding in the other things. But again, one at a time, every few weeks. But I think that they'll be sort of excited to like get their gold star for the next level, and then go into, oh, well now I get to go on to retinol, or now I get to go on to a cream, or a peptide cream, or X, Y, and Z. So that is where I would start. Those are my best, and then you could go into the eye cream route, etc. But really take it slow. I do find though that people who don't have a very defined skincare routine all of a sudden see somebody online and want to jump into a full-on program. I think that's probably the worst thing you can do. Skin doesn't need that much, and it needs gentle guidance. And so these are sort of my recommendations to start out. If that person has the means to go to a dermatologist or to an esthetician for a facial, really find out what their skin type is, really get on a good basic program, but then don't go crazy and buying all the products that they tell you to buy. And then from there, build. That would be the best. But if not, you're probably in good hands with a lot of my viewers. I don't know who, I feel like this is like a love letter of some sort, or not a love letter, but I'm talking to somebody who I don't know in my head, who I don't know if I'm talking to them. Does it have, So, we're just going straight up, woo, today. All because I wanted to film because of the sun. But do that, start there. Cleanse, exfoliation, SPF, get it in 3-4 weeks, get them ready, get their skin ready, then we take it to the next step. I am saying vitamin C and retinol. It could be a brightening serum, it could be a vitamin C serum, it could be a stronger exfoliant, it could be a retinol, it could be a peptide cream, it could be a richer night cream, it could be, or just an eye cream, that's what they want, and they're fine on the regimen the way it is. But slow and steady wins the race. I feel like that came out wrong. It didn't come out wrong, did it? Wins the race. And consistency. And you know, the thing is, they're gonna get excited by other products they see from you, or from others online, or from in the store. That's happened to the best of us, and all of us, we know how that is. But start there, and then they will see great results, and then they can just keep building. And then they can start changing things up. But then I still have the philosophy of like, one thing at a time, give it a few weeks, then you really know what's reacting and what isn't. Because I will have even some people say like, no, that's reacting. Everything else I use is exactly the same, and I used that product like once and it was reacting. And again, it could be reacting with something else that's in. You have to like really figure it out for yourself. You can't just give it, yes, if your face is like red and swollen, that's a reaction probably and it's immediately happening when that product's on. Yes, of course. But I am a fan of trying to like push through some things. Yes, there is a slight purging that happens from if you're new to acids and you're new to retinols. So that is gonna happen with some people. Not everyone, but some people. So you have to be there, again, I don't know who I'm talking about, but you have to guide them into this sort of slow and steady consistency, stay on it for a few weeks at a time, starting with the cleanse, the exfoliation, and the SPF, move into more targeted treatment serums, eye products, creams, things like that. But I guarantee they will be happy with their skin, you will be happy with their skin, and your part you have to play in it. And I hope that helped, and I hope you enjoyed watching the sun sort of go down in Seattle. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking the black JS circle down below so we can stay in contact and keep talking. To watch more videos, you can click on the link here, or possibly here. Thanks for watching. Bye.